guys. Today we will be talking about subtracting mixed numbers with unlike denominators. So it's just like adding mixed numbers with unlike denominators. We will just be subtracting. But I'm just gonna kind of go over a review so you don't panic when you see that subtraction sign, okay? So let's look at our first problem. We're gonna have 4 and 4/5 subtracted by 1 and 1/3. Now, remember guys, my first step is I have to see if the denominators are the same. And I can see right now that they're not. But if you remember my tip that I gave you, we can multiply these together to get our common denominator. So I'm gonna come to this side and I'm gonna change my numbers. I'm gonna change them. Okay, so 5 times 3 is 15. So that's gonna be my new common denominator, but I'm gonna write my whole number first. So I have 15. What times 5 equals 15? Well, I know it's 3, and I have to do the same thing to the top number. So 4 times 3 is 12. I'm subtracting. Now, we agreed that 15 is our common denominator. I brought over my whole number. Now, what times 3 equals 15? Well, I know it was 5. So I'm going to do the same thing on the top. 1 times 5 is 5. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to write it right here so you can see what I did. A reminder, whatever I do to the bottom denominator, I have to also do to the top denominator. And now all I do is Now all I do is subtract straight across. Or if you want to, you can rewrite it this way. You can write it that way if you like. It is completely up to you. So I know that 4 minus 1 is 3. 12 minus 5 is, come on, say it. I know you can say it. It's 7. 15 and 15, it stays the same. And that is my answer. All I did was I checked my denominators. And I had to make them the same. And then I just subtracted. Now you can write it out this way if you want and know my answer and just subtract this way. Or you can rewrite it and do it that way. Whatever way you are comfortable with, okay? So let's look at our next problem. Let's do, here's a good one. 1 and 1/3 minus 1. Sorry guys. 1 and 1/5. Okay, so same thing as the denominator. I know 15 is going to be my new common denominator, just like up here. That's funny, I didn't even intend for that to happen, but it did. So I'm changing it. I'm bringing my whole number over. Can't forget about him. 15 is my common denominator. Whatever I do here, I have to do to my top. I'm subtracting. And then I gotta bring this whole number over. Can't forget about her. And then whatever I do to the bottom denominator, I have to do to the top. Well, wait. 1 minus 1 is 0. So it's 0. You won't have a whole number there. But now I'm going to do 5 minus 3 is 2. and my denominator stays the same. So this is just my answer right here. You don't have to put 0 and 2/5 because that's not even a real number. But just know that if that happens, you won't have a whole number. Let's try another one. One more. Let's do 5 and 2, 6 minus 3 and 1/3. Okay, so I need to check to see if my denominators are the same. They are not. But I know 3 can go into 6. So that can be my common denominator. So I don't have to change anything at all here. It's already how it should be. Oh my goodness, sorry guys. I'm writing my numbers small. 5 and 2/6. Now, 6 is my common denominator. What times 3 equals 6? 2. And whatever I do down here, I need to do it up here. I'm subtracting, bring my sign over. 3 and 2/6. Okay, so now we're going to subtract. 5 minus 3 is 2. But then I have 2 minus 2, that's 0 over 6, so that's just 0, so it's nothing. So your answer is 2. Okay? So make sure you are finding that common denominator. You can always multiply. If you can't figure it out, you can always multiply these two numbers together to get a common denominator. And then remember, whatever you do to the bottom number, you also have to do the top number. All right, so you guys can do it. I believe in you, and good luck on your assignment. Bye, guys.